photo कर दे please. So side चलने मित्रा. So wait. Sonam wait there. Please side चलना. Please. So picture. Up to Sonam. Khalid ji. इस तरफ. Sonam. Khalid ji. Sonam सामने. बॉस हेलो थोड़ा यार साइड में हो जाना यार हेलो एक्सक्यूज मी हेलो आप साइड में हो जाओ और साइड में हो ना ये संचिता साइड ला काढ संचिता बाजू
of Home Books International, Khalid Mohammed's debut collection of short stories, Two Mothers and Other Stories. I'm delighted to welcome our chief guest. Thank you, Kapoor, for making this evening so special. The author of Two Mothers and Other Stories, Khalid Mohammed, needs no introduction. One of the finest film critics in the country. He has only thank him from my heart for giving Home Books International the opportunity to publish his collection of short stories that started over the phone.
Calling him back has been a part of my family. I've known him since I don't even remember. He claims to know my dad before he started his career, so maybe all my life. And you know, I've had an amazing relationship with him where I can tell you, we always feel like stories are going to be the easiest thing for us to do because short stories, you know, we always want the short story. But writing a short story, I think, is the flip side as well. It has to be concise. It has to be the impact of the story has to be done in that many words. There are lots of, I don't know why I'm giving an explanation about what short stories are. I think it was rambling on. But there are lots of kinds of short stories. There's a novella, there are even two-page stories, and I have a special bond with short stories because my first film, Savaria, was based on Dostoevsky's White Nights, and I played the role of Nishtika, which was Sakina. And the one story that's actually influenced me the most in my life when I'm such a die-hard romantic is A Gift to the Magi by O. Henry. So for me, it's beautiful when someone writes short stories because it touches you in a way that only a short story can touch you in. And I'm so happy and so proud to be called here, and I have to thank you because I'm just really happy to be here. I'm sorry, did I ramble on too much? Okay, so
okay, thank you.
So should I start? Yes? Chandni Chowk, Balimanam, isn't a memory lane. Nazni doesn't associate with nostalgia at all. That would be as facile as reading a book merely for its time-tinted pages. She's resolute, she will not tap into her yesterdays to silk-line her todays. She isn't distressed. She has to face a situation. It could be a crisis, a false alarm. She has to deal with it. She will. Looking paternally over Purani bodies and the same hurried strides. Would be odd if crude macho abuses no longer polluted the air. She is not there for the nostalgia, no homesickness either. The lane was never her home. Balimaran, the heart of Delhi 6, is a place which belonged to another century. Chiselers and corns, crushing poverty, mercantile optimism, and overpowering waft of saffron-flavored Changezi biryani. The cab crawls past the scores of goggle shops and vendors exchanging yards of silk for a pittance. Did they steal the pink paisley swaths? Women bob through the manic milli in burqas, blacker than the coal in their scarcely visible eyes. The cycle rickshawalas' muscles are sculpted out of necessity, not vanity. And no status update on the opiated fruit vendors tucking into sliced guavas when business is slack, which it always is, not surprising. Imagine honking through the choked Balimaran artery, nerve jangling. She pays off the cabbie before the drama intensifies. The cabbie heads out of the space-crunch mahalla. No point waiting for the fares out here. They'll be for short, fuel-gobbling distances. And overnight travel bag slung over her shoulder, Nazneen drifts through the long and winding stretch of clothes sun. Textile shops starve for customers, pariah dogs gape drowsily as a drug, and no one's bargaining with the ancient hawker wearing a dozen folk Burberry kitchen aprons on his lean frame. To lose weight, not put on weight.
Because all the time you're busy in shoots and all the time you're like makeup के साथ में या designer के साथ में you spend your whole day. So apart from leading, what all you do?
Okay, I'll tell you about it. One is reading, a lot of reading. Second is clothes. Second is acting. Third actually. Fourth is seeing a lot of movies. And fifth is being kind to uncles. Okay? Five.
Well, I've actually been reading from a very, very young age. Actually, I've been read to when I was very young by my mom, and she used to always read like Aesop's fables and stuff like that, which always had, you always have a kind of a meaning behind every story. And she would always ask me that what is the point behind this story? What is it that you learned from it? And I used to, in the beginning, get a little annoyed by my mom, and I felt like I was back in school. And then I understood that I understood what she was trying to do, and then she tried to make me into more of a voracious reader. And she used to stop, she used to not finish the rest of the story, and I used to be really anxious to finish the rest of it, so I had no choice but to read it. And that's how I started I started reading so much. So I think it's been my companion for a really long time. And I don't know what I'd do without my books, and right now I don't know what I'd do without my Kindle. I think about cricket except Sachin Tendulkar.
Sonam, are you really writing a book in future?
Do you see me writing a book? Yes, yes. I think I'm too young and inexperienced, and I don't know if I have the talent to write. But everybody is narcissistic, and I would like to write about my life one day or the other. I'm an actor after all, but I don't know right now if I would be able to. Clothes and style, that's just my personal choice. It's not something that I'm obsessed with. So maybe romance.
जैसे आप जानते होंगे, IT last year बहुत ठंडा था, and this time
मेरे को कुछ पता नहीं IT के बारे में.
ITS की टाइम पे जो हमें रिलीज हुई है, what do you think कि लोग बाकी किसे देखेंगे?
मैं producer
I'm sorry to interrupt this, but what does IPL have to do with the price of fish, really? You could speak to her about the IPL and all the other issues later. We just have time for 2 more questions and we wrap this up. Thank you. Thank you very much for respecting that.
Who are you wearing? Oh my god. It's Anamika. Okay, is that it? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you, all members of the media. Thank you so much, Sonam, for answering all those questions in such a sporting manner. I'll be commissioning you for your homework. Okay.